Y'all, we back. We up late night. We just shooting the breeze and we talking. We just got finished looking at a video from a young lady who said that she interviewed Shannon and Marquita on the night of the bowling alley. Now we do know that one person that has always been pressing, no matter how many back and forth you want to go through, Roxy Rox is she gonna always say how she feel. And one thing I can honestly say is that she has had consistency. Look, I'm on no one's side. I'm on Nazia's side, right? And at least I can say one thing about Roxy. She's been consistent. You can say whatever you want to say. You feel me? And right now, what Nazia needs in her life and in her death is consistency from somebody. So argue with your mamas on it. You feel me? Now, this was a video that I think y'all sent me and we compiled so we can just get it all in one vid for y'all. I guess this is when Cordell Wright, I guess because Cordell has now been released from prison. Now, a lot of people, he was wondering why he was in jail, especially around the time when Jarvis was in jail, but his charges was unrelated to Jarvis's as of now. Now, we don't know what twists and turns this might take in the future. Now, I've always gave my opinion. I didn't really feel like Cordell was involved that night. I don't. That's just my personal opinion, though. We all got him. And it's okay if you don't agree with mine. You feel me? I mean, at this point, it's hard to be in agreement with anything because the stories done changed 59 times a Sunday. But anyway, Roxy posted this on her story and said this is the vehicle Nazia was picked up in when Jarvis and Cordell on the day she went missing on 1/9/2024. It is sad when you think about it. A whole year that went by. And now we're about to begin it. It's going to be 2026 soon. And this little girl is nowhere to be found. It seemed like we are farther away from her today now than we did on January 9th. Now, we know more about her family, but we know less about her whereabouts. And I'm going to be honest, I could have cared less about knowing anything about her family. I mean, it didn't take a rocket scientist to know that a majority of them went shit. You feel me? And that's just a fact. I mean, I don't care. This is a vehicle. Yeah, went missing. And then she put the Roxy Rox, and that was the car.
Now, I told y'all prepare to be sick of me. This is the red Jaguar that Nazia was last seen driving in with Jarvis and Cordell.
Now, it was a secondary car because that red Jaguar belonged to King's son's grandmother. Now, King had a car. We probably want to look at that vehicle. You dig what I'm saying? Because they had to drive back with him. But anyway, let's get into what she said. This is just how I feel right now. I can't help but to think that Jarvis and Cordell were talking in code on the phone when he told him to look for the phone. I believe he knew that phone wasn't there because he probably already told Tasha to get it out. I'm beginning to believe it was something of Nazia's, or it was Nazia that he told him to get rid of. He was too quick to help him get the supposedly foam out of the truck. I believe Jarvis was telling Cordell to get Nazia's foam out of the truck. Now, I'm going to be honest, you can't put it past, but I don't agree with that. I really think that Jarvis was asking him to get the phone, his phone. I do. I think that Jarvis had more incriminating information on his phone than anybody. But hey, we're gonna know, and we're gonna know soon. I think we got a month left. You feel me? She says he has known Jarvis since 2018, and they sound like they go way back. He has been working with Jarvis for years. Anyone can pick up someone's mannerisms after being around them for years. Were there kids at all the other places y'all worked at too? Nothing he did made you raise an eyebrow. Now, in regards to that paragraph, I will say this. I get it. But a lot of women, sometimes we expect men to be us. Now, hear me out. Don't all flip out on me. But when I say that is we are personal people, women, by nature. We're emotional creatures. We're just going to deep dive a lot more than any man will. Men can work with each other for years and not know nothing. And that's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really saying all men, but I mean, if you know most men, if you ask your man right now, he probably don't know a lot of shit about the shit niggas he work with. I'm just being honest. I just don't think King was privy to any information. Now, I think that once all of this came out, I think King was able to look back and say, oh shit. You know what I mean? I hope they don't meet, you know what I'm saying? I do think that. Now, is Cordell an upstanding citizen? Hell no. We know that he beats ass. We know that he didn't jab some of his women. So no, he ain't a saint. But is he in connection with this? I don't think so. I really think this was left down to Shannon, Jarvis, and people in that household. Preferably Marquita and Annette. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, let's keep going. He kept asking Jarvis on the phone if he needed anything over and over again. Cordell knew exactly who Naziah was. Cordell knew Jarvis's background. They had a whole argument over Jarvis trying to talk to one of Cordell's family members. That also is a little bit incorrect. And the only reason why I can say that right there is incorrect is because I studied it. Jarvis did not have an argument over Cordell's family member. Jarvis had an argument with a mutual friend that Jarvis and Cordell shared that was evidently also a pedophile, but he was trying to talk to Jarvis's daughter, and that's what made that argument ensue. Now, could this be another incident? It could be, but that's the only incident that I knew of like that. Let me see. He kept asking Jarvis on the phone if he needed anything. The whole argument over Jarvis trying to talk to one of Cordell's family members. Why were you mad? Why are you begging for protection if you didn't do anything? He pretended to not see Jarvis in court. Now, I can't blame just him because a lot of people act like they couldn't see Jarvis in court. Now, with the certain situations, the way that Jarvis was sitting, all right, I'm giving this man, Annette, and a lot of others, because y'all heard me scream at the thing. Like, you see the man right now. Listen, where the cameraman was on us was completely different. The reason why I know this is because I went and reviewed other footage from the court. It was another camera on the opposite side to where if you was sitting on that stand, you might not have seen the line of vision to Jarvis. Mainly because he was crouched down behind a big linebacker dude, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and then he had a mask on. Now, I'm not protecting no one, but I can see on why their vision might have been a little obscured. Okay, he pretended not to see Jarvis in court. He turned a blind eye to what Jarvis was doing to these young girls at their shop and who knows where else. I guess their boy-to-boy MO is Jarvis takes their innocence and he beats them pregnant and all. This past weekend was supposed to be about spending time with family and making new memories while enjoying the fireworks. All I could think about this past weekend was Cordell is out of jail roaming, free, and spending time with his family, making memories, and my family member is in pieces. Now, as much as I understand this, and I do, I just think that it should be a little bit more going towards the people who lost her. The Shannons, the Annettes, the Marquitas. As much as I want to find somebody to blame, this, you know what I mean? My gripe is with them first. And that's just my personal opinion. Y'all want me to be able to tell my honest to God truth? This is the straight unbiased opinion. I just don't see Jarvis. Not Jarvis. I don't see Cordell being involved. Now, the other reason why I'm saying this is because one thing about a person like Jarvis, all right? We had a young lady named Key that I interviewed. And Jarvis has been doing this for 20 years. Upwards of 20 years. One thing about men like Jarvis, they know how to get real good at it. I love my brother with all my heart, but I don't know what he do. I don't know everything he do. He live in Detroit. You feel me? My sister live here. I don't know everything she do. And people got to understand that just because we family don't mean that we're going to know certain things. But at the same time, my gripe would have been with them women. I don't understand them and never would. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. And that was it. All right, so that was her things. Trust me, I get it. I know she's frustrated because I'm frustrated for her. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see it. Now, the reason why I also say what I said is when we was reading the transcripts of Marquita's daughter, Brooklyn, she said in her statement that when they would go to the shop, Jarvis would have to use the key to open up the door, which says to me that when he used to bring them there, that would be at the time where the shop was not operating. All right? Now, could Cordell have known? Possibly. Could have. You know what I mean? But I just don't see him being part of it. Y'all let me know. Y'all drop it down in the comments. I really want to know how y'all feel about it. Tell me right now. Do y'all think that in y'all hearts? I mean, we done seen a lot of this story. We done reviewed a lot of things. Do you think that Cordell could be part of what happened in Isaiah that night? Do you think? I want to know. The thing that makes this situation so aggravating is because you should have one truth. And when it's one truth, it's not a lot of deviation from it. I'm not understanding why everybody who's been involved in this case, the truth has deviated from them. That man knew. Diamond said, damn sure he knew. I got a sister around the corner and I don't know her day-to-day activities. It's a possibility. No, I don't think he was part of it. Yes, you do think so. Yes, he do. I don't think he was a part of it. No. Men know men. Shaking my head. If he participated or not, he knew something. That could be. You could never out anything past anybody. That's true. Now, Cordell just an innocent bystander. I do. I want to say that I won't call him an innocent bystander only because we know that he done other things. I just don't get that he had anything to do with that little girl that day. And the reason why I say that is because you have to really go back into Cordell's testimony. He was frustrated with Naziah being at the shop that day. He didn't want her there. He wanted Jarvis to take her home really, really bad because he was the reason why he had to stop working on the grandmother's car because Naziah was all in the car with the car being on. The car done ran out of gas. Now Cordell got to stop doing a job to help Jarvis push his car over there to get some more gas. I mean, he didn't want her there. So that's the only reason why I be like, man, I don't get that from him. He seemed absolutely annoyed with Naziah's presence being there. Now, could he knew what Jarvis was, liking him young? Maybe so. But what y'all got to also understand is that just like a woman can be bamboozled, a man can be bamboozled. And a man is just not going to go in depths of trying to figure out if he's being bamboozled from another man. See, y'all got to understand that part. You feel me? So therefore, what I mean by that is if most of the time when they're at the shop, Jarvis got Tashana, Tamika, Renanica, Relate, all of the fucking women. He got all of these women coming up to the shop. You feel me? He got all of these type of women. Cordell even said it. It was a lot of women. He used to always bring a lot of trap. It was a lot of women coming. This is what Jarvis showed Cordell. See, he didn't never show him the monster. And that's what I want you guys to kind of understand. I'm not saying that he don't know, but I want you to kind of understand how niggas operate. Straight up. What Jarvis showed him is what he showed him. By him being another man, he ain't gonna check him to make sure, oh, is he right? They ain't gonna do that like we do. So that's the only reason why I don't feel like he was privy to anything that went on with Naziah. And if he is, I hope it's YouTube. I'm gonna just be quiet. But we gonna see. You feel me? I want to know, though, how y'all feel, though. Drop it down in the comments.